So hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'd quickly just like to say I'm away next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm back on Friday morning. So I don't think I'll get a video up for you, but I promise you that I will get like a couple of videos up in the weekend or something. But today we are going to be reacting to a Katie Hopkins interview. Now, she is a bit of a, everybody knows in the UK, even probably America, that she's a cunt. And this is an old interview, and I thought I'd just react to it because she's bitching about my name. So let's go.
The next story might make steam come out of your ears. If your child's called Tyler, Brandon, or Charmaine, you can forget befriending Katie Hopkins' kids.
The Apprentice star believes that people with such names are beneath her social class.
Beneath her social
But
class.
what's in a name?
Fuck off,
Should you
Katie
ever judge a
Hopkins.
person by it?
Kitty's names to get even
The
wackier.
survey, many Brits are actually
She's literally full of shit.
Exactly the same thing. That debate is coming up at around 10:50.
Well, be sure to share your views.
Fascinating. Keep them coming in. Still to come, we ask what's in a name and hear what. See what we've got to say about this one. See what Katie Hopkins says. Well, she says it's all in the names of the children that she would allow her children to play with. She wouldn't allow her to befriend a Charmaine and a Tyler or a Brandon.
She wouldn't allow her children to be
join in
friends
that
with
debate, see what you
a
think.
Charmaine or Tyler. No harm, but if I seen her kids out, like say if they were my age, I wouldn't want to be friends with them, so she can go fuck herself.
As opposed to Finlay or Esme. According to NetMum's survey published today, it's something many Brits are guilty of.
So what's in a name? Katie Hopkins says a lot. In fact, she goes as far as to admit that she doesn't like her children befriending kids called Charmaine, Tyler or Brandon. Why? She says because they're likely to be from a lower class.
Lower class. Fuck off, Katie Hopkins. Actually, fuck off. Yeah, she's literally better than no one else on this earth. Everybody is equal.
To do that, welcome to you both. Thank you for being here. So, what is it that you can tell from a name, Katie?
I think you can tell a great deal from a name. You know, for me, there's certain names that I hear them and I think, ooh.
I hear your name and I think.
Ultimately, it comes down to the mum or the dad because they're the ones that gave the child the name. But when I hear screeched across the playground, you know, Tyler, come back here. You know, that's the Tylers, the Charmaines, the Chantels, the Charmaines.
And there's no one shouting out, Esme, come back here.
I don't hear that so much,
Really?
nor do I hear, Ileana, trot back here. You know, you don't hear that, do you? But
Ileana.
Tyler, come here. You know, that. And for me, that summarises everything. A name for me is a shortcut. It's a really efficient way of working out what class that child comes from.
Why does it matter what class they're part of?
Why would you say, so if you then, from that, you go, okay, well, they're in a lower class than I am. Why do you then not want your child
Because
to be...
associated with that isn't just about class holes, it's about the fact that they probably haven't done their homework.
I actually do my homework, so you can go fuck yourself.
Tyler was a real pain today, let's say.
I am not badly
because
behaved
he
in
threw
school,
his books
so
across the class
there's
and the
another
teacher
valid
had to
point,
lose
so
her
go fuck
patience.
yourself
There's
again.
a whole set of things that go with children like that are quite a disruptive influence in school, and that's why I don't like those kind of children.
But
I don't like
Monty
you,
and
so-
Ileana can still be nasty, self-centered airheads, can't they?
I tend to think children that have intelligent names tend to have fairly intelligent parents, and they make much better play dates, therefore, for my children.
Or
Sorry, pardon. I say, we wouldn't say that word.
Wouldn't
No,
you
not
say
at
that?
all. I think,
Hey,
you know,
love,
if you
I
look
fill
across-
up and Holly
you've
will
got
away.
the class system at school.
I think if mothers were honest with themselves when they vote on that worm of yours, and they say, oh, their child comes out and says, oh, let's say a name, I don't know, Simon has asked me to come and play on a play date, and the mother will say, well, where does Simon live? What that mother is not, she's not asking about geographical location, she's sussing out, do we want to be playing with Simon or not?
Anime,
Hello.
go for it.
This is snort-worthy, Katie. I mean, I just can't
It
believe
is
that you're such an
snort-worthy.
insufferable snob.
Anime's
I
right.
can tell you that if you do let one of your little darlings go and play with a working-class child, they almost certainly won't come home singing "My Old Man's a Dustman." It's safe, really. Nothing's going to happen to them.
Yeah, nothing's gonna
Working-class
happen to them.
children are doing incredibly well, and for you to categorise
Yeah, I'm
them
doing
as
incredibly
safe,
well.
and for you to
think.
categorise them because of their names, which they didn't
Yeah.
even choose themselves, is cruel and unkind.
is cruel.
And so snooty.
She's just
it's
being a
just so
prick.
old-fashioned. And yeah, I don't know who your children are mixing with, but it's not the children's friends who will make them do well in the end. And I can also tell you that on Friday I was at my daughter's graduation. She qualified as a doctor. I've got 2 doctors in the family, went to state schools. I'm the daughter of an Irish immigrant. And there were Dr. Kylie's graduating, Dr. Charmaine's. So tell me, if you were sick or one of your children was sick, would you let a Dr. Kylie treat your children? Or would it be too appalling because they're working class?
Well, the lawyers I work with, I can't think of a single Charmaine nor a Kylie.
Okay,
I don't meet many myself. I meet a lot of Horatios.
Charmaine Cree, the Australian Paralympian gold, silver and bronze medalist. Tyler Cowan, New York Times journalist and professor.
Yes,
of
journalist.
economics.
Go on,
Brandon
Tyler,
Wells,
should.
musician, lead singer of the Killers.
You say that to me, and I hear those names. I mean, I think it's probably what we all associate with children we know that have those names. I hear that last name, and I think, hasn't done the homework, will always rock up late, has the mother
Do
sign
my
in.
homework.
Reason
Like,
for
she's
being
just being a
late.
stereotypical
Are your
bitch.
opinions not really restricting your children?
They are, but you know what?
But
Foz?
but
we
why
haven't
would
got a
you
lot
do
of time.
that? But
We
you
haven't got a
agree
lot
with
of
that.
time.
Why would you do that?
We are really time short in this world, and we need shortcuts to make
That's
decisions.
why you shouldn't be
It's
sneering
very
at people,
effective.
Katie. It's about
very
sneering.
quick. It's about making
It is
fast
about
choices
sneering,
for your
you're right,
children that
Anna
you
May.
think are for the best.
Or whatever
I know
you
my
mean.
They get
friends
to do their own thing.
My friends at primary school are all
I
who are from
mean,
all
no,
sorts, and they're the people who see me
89%.
through my life, through illness, through bereavement, through having my own children. And now I don't even think about where they came from, what their names are. They're just my dear, dear friends. And you're really robbing your children of the chance to be decent human
this is all
beings.
very
Yeah, it
noble.
is. It's robbing our
not
children
noble.
from being
I'm a
decent
worker,
human
I'm a pushy
beings.
mum,
To hang
I'm
about
a
with
very
people,
real.
no matter
It's
what
very
class they
real.
are,
I'm
it
a
shouldn't really
pushy
fucking
mother. I'm
matter.
a working
that.
class
Do you know what?
girl.
I don't buy
You must
that.
have missed
The
out on
mums
so
that come
much
up
in
to
your
me,
life if
I
you
haven't
don't
missed
see
out on
that
a great
as
All
being
deal.
together, ladies, you're all talking
Sorry, I
together.
can't help but get involved.
When parents come up to me, they'll say, I read your article or whatever about, you know, what children are called and the fact you wouldn't let your children play with them. And they'll say,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it, but that's what I do.
Aye, right, you're full of
It's
shit.
not- what can we say?
Loads of women are doing the
My
same
name is
thing.
Anna May,
Loads
and
of
I was
women are
not
doing the
allowed to
same
play with
thing.
certain children when I was at school because their families knew I was an Irish immigrant. And yeah, I have to say that me and my children have gone on to do a whole lot better than some of their children. Now, that's not bragging, that's just a fact. So they should have really betted on me because I probably would have helped their children do well.
All right, Katie, so that's your view on Christian names. So what happens about the surnames then? Do you judge someone on their
Jesus,
surname?
here we
That's
go.
sinister.
Surnames, no, I mean, I don't really
Oh,
get
she doesn't?
involved in
Oh,
surnames.
that's
I don't
one
really
thing
know
she doesn't
any of the
fucking
surnames
judge
of
on
the
this
children
earth.
that of the friends of my children,
Fucking
so I wouldn't judge
dickhead.
them on their surnames. It's
Because
just
you're on
that,
very dangerous territory. You start to judge someone on their surname. aren't
but
you?
as I
Yeah,
said, I
yeah,
don't judge
you're
people on
right,
their
Phil.
surnames, but certainly I do make a very quick decision based on their first names. And there's a whole bunch of first names that I
But
don't
you
like. I
shouldn't
don't like
judge
footballers'
someone
names.
by their
I don't
first
like
name.
Names after seasons of the year. I don't like geographical.
Like, if I hear the name
names,
Kitty, I don't
celebrity
automatically
names,
think,
things like
oh,
Apple,
Kitty,
things like,
a snobby
you know,
bitch name. I'm going to stay away from
Jolly
her
Apple,
because
whatever
she's
they've
more
decided
upper
to
class
call
than
their
me,
crazy
even though it really
Like a
shouldn't
puppy.
matter,
Yeah,
and it's not the first thing that comes to mind.
Seasonal.
No.
They're not
Oh,
much Latin.
Poppy's quite
You should
jolly.
call it to the Latin name for Poppy. That would be really posh.
Interestingly, though,
And she has a
people
daughter.
criticise me 'cause
She doesn't
I
like
have a
geographical
Poppy,
names, but she has a daughter called India.
So you
So
like, did
parents
you
do
say, what
criticise
about
each other.
geographic stuff?
Geographic. Oh, so Brooklyn or London.
Your
or,
child's called India.
Yes, but you know.
Exactly, I just said that, India.
It's not related to a location. That's because it's
India
related
isn't
to
a
a family.
location?
No.
We're talking about education?
India's a very, very lovely name for a very lovely child.
I think Katie
I
was
think-
on gas
I
and
think-
air when she
But
chose
it's
her
still
name.
part of
Yeah,
the
I don't
geographical
think
thing,
it's
shite
that
that
you
you're on
follow.
about.
I think
Doing
they're
it
beautiful. I
yourself.
think you've chosen
My
beautiful
leg just
names for
cracked.
your children, and I would never think to judge them by that.
I do
until I
judge
met
children
them.
by their names.
That's
I do make
terrible.
assumptions. and
She's
lots of other
literally,
parents
she's
do.
the most
judge
pathetic
children,
person I have
yes,
ever
on
fucking
their
heard of
Yes, Holly.
in my
I
entire
do do
life.
that, Holly,
It's
because
extraordinary.
Where does it get you,
typical.
Katie? Where does it get
She's
you and your
probably
children
against
to
gay
do that?
people as well, so
How is it that
Jesus
you-
Christ, she might as well just fucking
about the fact
get a
that it
knife
makes
and
me allowed
stab
to
me
make
right
very
now.
quick decisions about whether the sort of children that I want my children to be playing with.
Are quick
Lots of other
decisions
mums
always
do it.
right decisions? Quick, you made a quick decision.
I
and it's a
have.
load
I've
of
managed
rubbish,
to fast
isn't it,
forward.
really?
I mean, it's funny that we call our children names before we even have them, before you've even taken a look at your child, you'll give it a name. I think
Well,
that's
this
a
is
strange
you
thing
have an
too.
issue with people calling their children names that may mean beautiful or something. When
Well,
they,
you end up with a terribly ugly kid called Bella. It's quite strange.
That's so cruel. I can't go. Yeah.
my
She's
daughter's
literally
called Belle.
so
My
cruel.
daughter's called Belle.
Philip, you have a funny face.
Well, no, I just
don't
only
know what to say.
But my daughter's called Belle, so that you would maybe have an issue
But she's
with
probably
that.
quite beautiful, Holly.
But
Taking a look at the
but
mother.
she has a beautiful soul. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful child in many ways, other than the way she
Well,
looks.
okay. and
Yes,
I'm
exactly,
sure,
Holly.
I can't envisage a child of yours not being. But when
But
I
that's
see Tyler
regardless. So it
and
doesn't
Tyler's
matter.
mum, it's a very different thing.
Katie, are your children only allowed to play with good-looking children as well?
I'm telling you, see if my mum
So
saw
you
her,
let the luxury
she gave her a right
As long as they
fucking
have to.
beating.
I don't have a choice in that
So
matter.
would I.
As long
I
as
fucking
they're
join
posh,
in.
their
still
homework.
talking
Don't
to.
give a
As long as
fuck.
they're doing their homework, they
And
arrive
they're
at school
posh.
on time, they're dressed in
They've
the
got
right
good
uniform.
I arrived to
they're
school on
trying hard,
time,
they've got
so
good prospects, they've
And
got
their
intelligence,
parents
I'm
don't
actually
like-
early,
Those
so
things
Don't
are
like
fine.
bingo.
Yes,
Parents
there's
don't like
my
bingo.
list. There's
Stop,
my
set
list.
it out.
Let's have a look at the worm. Let's have a look at the worm.
I wonder
What
what-
have you been
what
saying
the
at
worm's
home?
gonna do.
Right,
Oh.
should you judge a person by their name? Anna May, 91% agree.
Yay.
9% said yes. 9%.
To be honest, I think that worm might be called Tyler. That's all I've got to say on that.
Fuck
That
off,
worm is never
Kitty.
my friend. You can't.
I do like the name Tyler.
Can't.
Right, let's go see what Stephen thinks in the hub. Thank you.
Well, let me tell you, this is going nuts. You've just been talking about Tyler. Well, Katie, Tyler has emailed. Good morning, Tyler. And Tyler says, how dare you? I've just got my PhD. And I'm from a
Exactly.
very working class family. What a sweeping statement.
Sorry, I just keep checking
you
if the
are
camera's
making.
like
That's
still
what
on because I
Tyler
think I
thinks.
don't have
I'm
much
just gonna
memory
quick
now.
say Tyler. Emma Dilton, I'm guilty of this. My 9-year-old made friends with a girl called Chardonnay and my stomach turned. I completely judged the poor children, but alas, I was right. She was expelled last week. Wow. And last one for now, Maddie Roberts. I hate to admit it, but I do agree with Casey as well. So I just
She's
don't know what-
literally
and
full of
Amy's
shit.
email, who cares if a child has a name that you don't like? Fancy saying to your child, you're not allowed to play with that boy because he's called Brendan. I quite like the name Brendan. Keep your
I
comments
like the
coming.
name Brendan as well.
Final
So.
point here. So, if your child,
Final point.
if India or Poppy or Maximilian come home to you and say, my best friend, Chardonnay, would like to come round for supper.
Oh, that wouldn't happen because I'd have shortcutted that out
Are
a
you
long time
fucking
before.
serious?
Don't achieve best friend status with Chardonnay.
But you can't- later
Someone
on-
named after
later-
wine is not coming through our home, are they now, Philip?
No, and she'd probably eat her peas off a knife anyway, Philip, so she wouldn't last.
She's more of a
If she
probably
got through
black
the door.
tower or a blue nun.
Oh, stop. Stop right there. Thank you very much. Right, Darren Brown is here after the break.
Literally, Kitty Hopkins is the most pathetic person I've ever like fucking saw on TV in my whole entire life. I literally fucking hear her. She's such a cunt. Like, how dare she judge people on their names? It shouldn't matter what class you are. And that whole interview, she's full of shit. I arrive on time to school. I think I'm doing well in school. What other shite she was on about there? Like, I am not a bad person. Yes, I may do things in my life that it's not perfect. No one's perfect. And for her to sit there like she is perfect, she's literally full of shit. Angers me so much. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up down there and hit the subscribe button. Bye. Finding out because we're happy this way. Gay because